Can we get this? How?
Hey, yo, let me borrow your other hair tie. You don't need it.
Who's that wonderful girl? I feel like I have to sing that to you right now. Could she be? Because Natalie's feeling a little self-conscious. I have two.
No, I don't need it.
Nallie's feeling a little self-conscious right now. Also, can we take this away? I don't know. Right here.
God damn. Look at it. You can't hear anything. Coming for my crotch. Someone coming.
Oh, security guard. Okay. Hold on. There's like a stair. There's a security guard coming. I don't know how to feel about this. Do you have the notes out?
I'm kidding.
Could she be any cuter? Did you guys see that security guard?
Okay, guys. This wasn't the outfit I had planned. I had an outfit.
Yeah.
But.
Talk about your outfit. What are you wearing? Because she feels a little self-conscious. But
No.
You look fine.
So I had an outfit planned.
Yeah.
Because we were going to film this a few days before this day.
Before Halloween. Now we're filming it after Halloween.
Her laptop wasn't charged. So we're like, oh, we'll do it tomorrow. Well, tomorrow is today. And that's like 4 days later.
Yeah.
An outfit that I first had was like gorgeous, cute, like skinny legend, skeleton. Now it's prison Mike skeleton.
I thought you were going for a zebra. I'm so sorry. Okay, describe your outfit.
I was told once I wore this long sleeve once.
Yeah.
Under a Starbucks shirt because I used to work at Starbucks. During the week of Halloween, and a regular of mine came in. He goes, a regular of mine, okay? Yeah. He sees me every single time he goes in there, right? Tell me why he thought these were tattoos. And I was like, yo. He's like, you have tattoos? And I was like, you see me every day.
My God, do you even know me?
I'm sorry, I'm yelling. I was like, in my mind, I was like, you see me every day.
Yeah. What's not clicking?
Don't wear long sleeves because I live in California, so I can't wear long sleeves.
Yeah,
you know, like we just know
because it's the middle of November. Well, not really, but it's literally November.
My arms are exposed.
It's still
my neck is usually exposed, like in a good way, you know. How? Yeah, I today I was so lazy to cover my tattoos.
Yeah,
make it make sense.
But what are you wearing for the people who are listening to us and not
H&M?
No, Natalie. We're already starting the podcast and I can't stand you right now. What are you wearing? Describe it to our listeners.
Well, you told me I looked like a zebra. I thought I looked like a skeleton.
Okay, Natalie is wearing a long sleeve
mesh top. A long sleeve mesh top that is zebra patterned. I thought it looked like a skeleton. It looks like a zebra from Leslie's point of view. Before my outfit was a long, like I was gonna wear like a knitted sweater.
Yeah.
But I forgot it.
Yeah.
So now I'm wearing just a black shirt.
Yeah. Over it.
Over
it. Okay. So you're doing.
It's
like
giving
a layer.
90s actually. You know,
it's giving a bit of grunge. Anyways, I'm not gonna.
Leslie looks like Chucky's wife.
I do. So I literally, and I was gonna be like, yo, I'm Yoshi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Simple. Okay, that is see-through, and the bra that I'm wearing does not work with it.
Did you say the eyes would land in areas that it shouldn't land?
Yeah, that it shouldn't land. And so I have this. It's like a striped orange shirt. I got it from the men's section at Cotton On. I don't regret it at all. I love it. It's oversized. It's so cute. And I mean, I do look like Chucky's bride. The hair I had in the morning, it did. But now I'm trying to put it in this updo. I wanted it to give Pamela Anderson, but I don't think it is. You could zoom into that. It looks like a bird.
Like from here, yes. From here, I'm like this.
Yeah. That's why. That's in the back. Nobody knows. Party in the
like
front.
Un gallo.
Yeah. So now I don't know if I'm.
She's looking for her mate.
Anyways.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Anyway.
Like the back of your hair. That's what it looks like. Like a chicken.
Isn't that the... Yeah, I know what you're saying, but...
A rooster.
Yeah.
I don't know my animals.
Okay, so this episode, yes, guys,
this is Halloween. This is Halloween. This is Halloween.
But we're talking about Halloween. What are some of the costumes, Natalie, that you saw out and about on Halloween, though?
Okay,
we saw a lot of cute ones.
So when I was working, there's this.
Sorry, I'm drinking my.
They like passed right in front of me. Well, like outside, but they dressed up as like Barbie and Ken. This couple, and it was so cute. Like, but they were like teenagers.
Okay.
And she was Barbie, but the thing was that she didn't have blonde hair. She had like dark hair, but she like had it long and stuff. Yeah. And then he was Ken and stuff. And I was like, "They're so cute."
I was expecting to see a lot more like Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, and I didn't.
I saw it on like Twitter and stuff like that. Like that one where the couple, the boyfriend dressed up as Taylor Swift, and then she dressed up as a map because Taylor Swift put Travis Kelce on the map.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing I saw
on social media. The costumes were really good. Like,
they were TikTok memes.
Did you see the girl that dressed up like Belle, and then her boyfriend, instead of dressing up as the Beast, dressed up as like Lumiere? But it was so good that you were like, I can't even be mad.
I think it was really good. Like, he was like, the Beast? No. My true icon? Hey, at least he didn't dress up like the clock.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true, you know? And also the one that, who's that wonderful lady?
Yeah. Somebody dressed up like that? Oh my god.
That meme. I'm not gonna sing.
Yeah. I did a singing. You cut that out. She's not gonna cut that out.
I'm not. In the audio.
I feel like also for trick-or-treaters, there was a lot of like dinosaurs. That was really cute. Somebody dressed up like a dinosaur. Like they had, it was like an inflatable outfit, like a little kid, and then their parents were the little, like the Jurassic Park wranglers, which is so
wranglers.
Cute. That's what they call it, right?
No,
like they wrangle the dinosaurs.
I thought they were rangers.
I don't know what they're called, but it's Chris Pratt's character. Is it Jurassic World or Jurassic Park?
I'm gonna search this up because my ADHD is gonna be just thinking, is it wranglers? Wranglers?
Also, me and Ellie
Jurassic
Park have a list of sister costumes we want to do. And so we obviously didn't dress up like sister costumes. It's because like Halloween's over and like we have to function in society today. So
it's kind of
weird. It's kind of like an in-between outfit.
He's just a former military man and animal expert to use his
whatever. But that's what the parents dressed up as.
They dressed up as an animal expert.
Yeah, that was cool.
You animal. Okay. That was rude.
Do you want to read off the list of the costumes that we have so ready?
Like, something in my glasses.
That we want to do as sisters.
I'm saying this, and I know that's
your idea.
Okay, these are good ones, guys. These are
really good ones.
Like, some of these you're just like, I'll be like, you have to, like, but you don't understand. Like, there is an attachment to it for us.
To the characters.
We have an attachment to the character.
And, like, we could embody the character.
I love how you say that. And the first one that it is Zoolander.
I would be Owen Wilson's character. I know for a fact. I would eat that up. Like, look at my hair. It's already halfway there. You know I would eat that up. I would. And then you would do the... do it. She does a good one.
No.
Please show the folks. This is why you guys have to watch the YouTube video.
Okay. The next one is the Lizzie McGuire movie. The one where it's her and the other...
Isabella. I feel like that one's been done, though. But, you know, we could put it in the back burner.
We get told constantly that we're twins. We're not twins.
Yeah. Again, I would be the blonde one. I'd be Hilary Duff's character, Lizzie. Well, she plays both characters.
Going back to that we're sisters, that they look like sisters. They, you know, the Princess and the Pauper.
Yep, the Barbie version. Is there another version?
I don't know. I only know the Barbie version.
Anyways, I would make my dress, though.
Yeah. Wait, would you do like the whole? Like...
Yeah.
It's gonna be like a mini skirt.
The whole thing. No. I'd go full out. No. I'm gonna embody this character.
Like, do you know where we live?
Yeah, California. It's 85 degrees right now.
That trick or treating is not gonna help you.
Yeah.
The other one is Kim Possible and Shigo, because that's very much of an older sister, younger sister type of relationship.
I'm guessing I would be Shigo.
Yeah. I'll be Kim Possible.
Yeah. Natalie has the pants. The other day you wore an outfit, and I was like, Kim Possible. And then she got so offended.
I think that day you thought we were filming, but I wasn't ready. And you're like, oh, you're ready. You with your Halloween costume. And I was like.
She got so offended.
And I looked at her and I go, I disown you. About disownment.
The last one.
The last one is Thor and Loki. I'd obviously be Loki.
No, I'd be Loki.
No, you're Thor. You got the blonde hair.
I got the blonde hair. Dang it. That one came to bite me in the butt. If you don't know,
if we were Loki and Sylvie, you'd be Sylvie.
Oh yeah. Oh, we could do that one too. But I feel like that's more of a couples costume. I'm you know what? I feel like there's always couples costumes or there's just like single costumes, which like I have a list for a couples costumes. Whenever I get my boo thing. But there no one talks about sibling costumes. Like, can we please put that? Like, also, you know what I would do? Mustard and ketchup.
You know which one I was thinking of? But we had to do this with our cousin because our cousin's like our brother.
Oh yeah,
Alvin and the Chick
Yep,
Books.
I know. I'll be Alvin for sure. I look good in red.
Wait, am I Theodore? Because I'm the short one.
Yep. And you're like the baby.
Yeah, because he's my cousin's strong.
Yeah.
Baby Simon.
Yeah, with his glasses.
But I was thinking, Alvin and the Chick Books.
Alvin and the Chick Books. I like that one. Okay. Also, the Three Blind Mice. I would love. Like, I'm already wearing the glasses.
You know what's another sibling? Another sibling costume?
Uh-huh.
2 Ghosts by Harry Styles. You just need 2 ghosts. It's so easy.
That song is by Taylor Swift, and we all know it. Okay.
Mom and Dad.
All right.
Those were our list
for sibling costumes.
So let's officially start this podcast. That was a very long intro. So let's start this podcast. So you go ahead and go first.
Hi, I'm Leslie Marie.
And I'm Natalia.
And this is the fashion. Again, I'm so sorry. I haven't done this in a while. Okay. Wow. Hi, I'm Leslie Marie.
And I'm Natalia.
And this is the While You're Early, We Are Fashionably Late podcast,
where we talk about the clothing we wear and the untold but very true stories of why we wear
what we wear. Beautiful.
So why do I wear this skeleton?
Why is she trying to look like a zebra?
Because I'm in the wild.
You know what it's giving now? Another sibling costume? The one
you say Madagascar.
Yes! I could be the lion and you could be the zebra.
When you said zebra, you said, you know what it's giving?
I'm literally joking because it's so funny.
It's not.
Sorry, I gotta hide that. Even though you could tell where it's from.
Anyways, before I was attacked.
Sorry. How are you attacked?
I don't know, because I wasn't going to look like a zebra, but no.
I was making fun of myself.
I bought this shirt, and I did not think that I looked like a zebra.
Cute. It looks cute.
I don't think that. Anyways.
I want you to post a picture of a zebra, just like on the
next to me.
And then the one from Madagascar.
I don't know. Ew, who told me I look cute like that?
You do. You know what? I think you're gonna get your period. Because you also were craving a lot of food earlier. And those are 2 signs.
Yeah, because I don't eat a lot.
Yeah. Or, well, you do, but you don't crave food a lot.
Yeah, I don't eat a lot.
Right.
Anyways, okay, so, oh my gosh.
Can I start with the history? Because I'm kind of excited about this.
Yeah.
So,
this is Halloween. This is Halloween.
Let's go back
to the beginning.
Okay. So, Halloween is technically, like, what we know as Halloween today.
It's Hallow Eve.
Hold on. It's technically, I'm trying to be dramatic here. It's technically 2 holidays rolled into one. And a lot of people didn't know that. Okay. So originally, Halloween, right, came around the 1840s. Like, that's when it made its way to the U.S. Not that it hadn't existed before, but just here in the U.S. soil. And it was a Celtic festival, aka a pagan holiday, as it was known, where they would light a bonfire, they'd wear costumes, and then they ward off ghosts. Like, that was the whole thing. It was to ward off ghosts. Low key, it was giving a cult vibe. But then Pope Gregory III, right? So that was on October 31st. That was the Celtic holiday. And then on November 1st, Pope Gregory III designed it to be an All Saints Day, right? I don't know what I'm saying.
Right? Righteousness.
No, I was trying to do words into one. All right. So he he wanted it to be an All Saints Day, which he then called All Hallows Eve.
Well, why do we celebrate Halloween only one day then?
Hold on.
There should be a whole weekend.
But then it got morphed because people would celebrate Hallows Eve. So like the day before, kind of like Christmas Day, Christmas Eve. So it got morphed on the 31st so that they could celebrate like a day in advance, basically. And that's what we know as Halloween, because it's like morphing two ideas into one.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, I mean, like, I don't know, it's like Christmas, where it's like Christmas Eve, Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like that whole vibe. But yeah. Also, I feel like if you're a Christian though, it's better known as Trunk and Treasure Day. Or Trunk and Treat. Trunk and Treat Day. Because it'd be in the parking lot and then
you decorate your trunk.
It's literally the same thing. It's just in the church parking lot.
Praising Jesus.
I mean, not really. You dress up. Like, it's literally the same thing.
You're just not out in the street.
You're just not out in the streets where it's dangerous. You're literally in the parking lot of the church. Yeah, and then sometimes you have a fair. But yeah, that's literally it.
I think,
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah. Okay. So there's more.
I don't know.
I did a lot of history.
I don't know any of this. I'm just here for the ride, guys. I'm like you, learning.
I did a lot of like research for this, like the history of it, because I don't know, it intrigued me. Okay. Another thing that would, so traditions with like Halloween, right?
Yes.
You know how they had like apple paring and like the yarn and the mirror and like there's like old traditions. These are old traditions, right? It was literally used because women back then wanted to manifest their husband, so they do these tricks to it was like a very superstitious thing where they do these tricks in order to like manifest their husband,
their hoobies.
Yes. So around the 1920s to the 1950s, trick or treat started, right? Which really, let's talk about it, the youth of America at that time were the boomers, okay? And I know we like don't give them much credit, but they really started the whole trick-or-treating thing because they would vandalize. Like they would TP houses, throw eggs.
You don't see that now.
No, you don't see that now.
You don't hear about it.
Exactly. And so they would like use that day or like that night to like go around the neighborhood and like, you know, vandalize things, make a mess. And so instead what people did, almost like as a peace offering, is that they'd give out candies, right? So it was like a whole... You either get a trick or a treat. So people would be like, I'd rather give you candy so you don't mess up my house.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah. And then in the late 70s, early 80s, as we know, it kind of became a bigger thing, like more known into corporate America, where it's like, because of the movies. So like, obviously.
We got Scream.
Halloween.
We got Hocus Pocus.
Yeah. Like, we have so many. I love how you, like, stopped at those three.
I was trying to think of more.
But, yeah, and then it became more of, like, a national holiday where it's, like, a lot of money gets invested into buying candy and costumes.
Yeah.
What we know as.
A lot of people, you know, since we're in the topic of fashion, design their own. You know, like, they...
make their own costumes.
You know, it's like the Love on Tour girlies were preparing for this moment. This, like, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah. And it's true, like you do see it in a lot of like film-esque like TV things. And I think like I remember the Zach and Cody one, the episode. That one was creepy. I was like,
and Esteban was like I can't.
And like it's this thing where it's like you knew like that whole like the whole like that show season. In general, like that season, you're like yes, and the Halloween one came up and you're like, what are they gonna do for the Halloween episode? And it's like sometimes like every year was like out of the park, like, and I'm just saying like Sweet Life Zach and Cody, but also like growing up we got like the Community when they did the paintball one, and then New Girl,
Brooklyn Nine-Nine,
the heist or whatever. Yeah, I will always remember the New Girl one when they go to the maze, when Nick goes to the maze, and and so every time, like every October that my friends want to go to a haunted maze, I'm just like, watch this episode. that's gonna be me.
Yeah, that's live footage of Natalie and Alejandra.
I'm like, so if you want to go again, don't invite me. She's like, mixed. I will stay in the car waiting for you guys, like whatever. But I will not go in because you will get kicked out, and then we will not be able to go again.
You would get kicked in the face and then kicked out.
Yeah. Because I'm just so terrified. Like, I don't know how to react, and my instinct is to punch.
I feel like that's another thing too. Growing up, I feel like we love the costume part of it, but I don't think we like the scary part of it. Because, like, we don't really like scary movies. We don't like haunted houses. No. Like,
I avoid Target during that time. I avoid Target, Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot.
The whole thing.
I don't avoid Home Goods or, like, Hobby Lobby or, like, Michael's, but I do avoid the other ones.
The ones that, like, have the talking animals. I feel like that goes back to your mascot fear, though.
Dude, and then they release Five Nights at Freddy, and then it's all over my TikTok, and I'm like,
you should watch that.
Absolutely not. I'm trying not to.
Yeah, I feel so. Do you want to read the list of Halloween movies, right? Because we have two. I have the scary ones, and then I have the ones that you and me, or no, sorry. First I have the ones that you and me would watch, and then I have the scary ones, like the actual scary ones. So it's
Hocus Pocus. I named that one. Mm-hmm. I want to talk about the Casper one because one of my nieces was like, I want to watch scary movies.
You put Casper.
I put Casper on. Tell me why she was scared. I was like, this is Casper. There's nothing. I'm not even scared.
She's not afraid of the Grinch, but she's afraid of Casper.
Yeah, I'm afraid of the Grinch.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of the Grinch. And I put Casper on. She was like, turn off.
She was so scared. I don't even think we made it through the first 5 minutes of that movie.
And then my other niece was like, look here, like, this is a ghost. Like,
yeah, like, we're chilling.
So there's Casper. The Nightmare Before Christmas. I love that movie. I watched it every year in my fashion class, in my English class. I love that movie.
But this is the thing. That begs the question. Is that a Christmas movie or is that a Halloween movie? I say it's both.
Christmas.
Yeah. But we'd watch it. So.
But you watch it during Halloween.
Spooky.
Anyways, Halloween Town. I actually didn't watch that one.
I watched a few of them. They're good.
I didn't watch them.
I mean, as a Disney kid growing up, they were good.
I didn't watch Coraline, or I haven't watched Coraline.
It's pretty good.
The Addams Family. I know only because of Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
But they didn't.
You never watched the original ones?
No.
They're good.
Ghostbusters, watch the old ones, love the new one. It's so funny.
Like, that would be a good costume too.
Mm-hmm. Stranger Things, obviously. Talking about Ghostbusters, I think of that those two dudes that do the podcast. What's their name? The one that do like getting like the ghost or whatever, and then they film. What's their name? I forgot that they filmed. It's like from BuzzFeed, isn't it, or something like
that? Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot what their name is.
And I just think of Ghostbusters. I think of them. Like, I correlate them.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the not so scary.
Those are the ones we watch. When we say we like scary stuff, that's what we mean.
I will not be watching The Grinch during Christmas. I will be watching it during Halloween.
Yeah. I'm terrified of it.
I'm terrified of it.
Now for the really scary ones, Natalie. The ones that I can't even
look at the
commercial.
No. I can't even look at the picture.
The poster.
The poster.
Yeah.
I get terrified.
I get
the Nun?
Oh, nope.
Sorry, God. I'm gonna say it. The Father, the Son, and the House of Gucci. Oh my God.
What are the other scary ones though? Literally, like, obviously
hold
Halloween.
My hand. It's gonna be too scary for me.
Halloween.
Scream. Chucky. How many Chucky movies do we have to make?
Like,
how many Scream movies do we have to make?
Oh my God. All of the. Also, that's another thing too, right? No hate, but like every single Halloween movie, right? Like, every year you just come up with a different one. It's like Fast and the Furious, but for Halloween movies. Like, can we not think of any other Halloween movies? Like, come on, guys. Like, Scream 25, we don't need it. We really don't need it. It's not at 25, but I'm being dramatic.
The Freddy and Jason versus Jason.
Yeah.
They also the other one, the one that has a mask and the knife.
That's him.
That's Jason?
I think that's Freddy.
I thought something Myers.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, that one too.
The one they make jokes about like, him, if you can get into the house before he catches you. I literally grab his knife, stab him, and then I'll go at my house comfortably.
I feel like now.
Or I'd scream. I'd be like,
In Fear, Natalie has a fight response.
Yes, I do.
She did not fly. She fights. And like she will flip a person. Like she fights. She fights. Don't scare her. My dad tried to scare her one time. She flipped the man
on the couch.
Like she literally, like we were all shook because he tried to scare her. She literally flipped him, and at that point he was what, like over 200 pounds. Like he was a grown man, and Natalie flipped him because she was,
and I was
so
a weedy baby, 100 pounds.
Don't scare her. Don't scare her. Don't scare her.
The other day, Leslie scared me at work, and I was like cleaning, and I didn't see her, and I go,
I already know though, so I just like dodged the punch.
And I was
I already know if I had to scare you,
don't scare me.
Yeah.
Anyways,
or you kick.
Yes, I do.
And she
I get
hard.
Scared.
Like she's a high kicker. You know what I'm saying? Like she can break a jaw. Yeah. Anyways,
aside from all the shits and giggles, the criers, the screamers,
I want to know, like, what kind of person are you? Like, can that be the poll? What kind of person are you when it comes to being in a haunted house? Like, do you fight? Do you
all the above.
Scream? Do you cry?
All the above. I feel like in the moment I'd scream and I'd fight, and then when I'm out I'd cry.
Yeah.
I'd be like, like I can't contain my emotions anymore.
You would.
But aside from,
but then you laugh because you're like,
I nervous laugh.
Nervous laughs.
I feel like Leslie knows me so well that when she knows I'm either in an uncomfortable situation or I'm scared or something, I laugh, but like nervously. Like she knows my difference between when I'm good laugh to when I'm nervous laugh. And that's one of them.
Yeah. It's funny.
But aside from scary movies or whatever, we also we gotta talk about clothing. This is a fashion podcast, and why we wear what we wear during Halloween. It is the inspiration that we get through celebrities every year. I want to say though,
through films,
TV. the one that always knocks out of the park, we never expect what she's gonna dress up, is Heidi Klum.
Yes. Yeah.
One year she was a caliper.
I don't know what she was.
This year she was a peacock.
Yeah, and it's like, the thing is, like, she goes above and beyond, because like she won't go to like the typical, like, oh, I saw this in a movie. Like she'll go and be like, I'm in nature,
something
babes.
different. Yeah,
like, you know. I feel like another one that's pretty good at costumes is Gigi Hadid.
Yes.
Also, Zayn. Did you see Zayn's?
Yeah.
He was Voldemort, I think, right?
Yeah.
That was good too.
He's very much of a Harry Potter
fan. That was good. And then also last year's costume, I think it was last year, and this year too. Emma Chamberlain does really good ones.
Yeah, last year she was with her boyfriend at the time.
They broke up.
But they were the twins from The Shining, right?
Yeah.
The Shining?
Yeah.
Another scary movie.
Yeah.
And then this year she was Paper.
Yeah. No, and then like for rock paper scissors.
Rock paper scissors, because she did it. And then they did the 3 piggies.
Oh,
with her and her friends.
Yeah.
So like every year it's like good.
It's good.
It's just like it's funny. Like I get that sometimes Halloween has to be scary in a sense, but she takes it to the funny route where you're just like,
Also, did you see like for like the Avengers characters? So
yes,
Tom Hiddleston dressed up as Daredevil. And then the guy who plays Daredevil dressed up as Loki. But then his Tom Hiddleston's wife dressed up as Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
And then I think it was
Bradley Cooper
dressed up as Rocket.
And his daughter dressed up as who?
I think it was Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cute. It's cute. But it's fun. I think it's fun to see like the costumes.
Especially when it's like actors who play that specific character, and like they either dress up like them or like someone a part of that thing.
It's like a nod.
So I think Chris Pratt's son dressed up as Captain America.
That's cute.
And Chris Pratt's like we know who he is in Marvel and stuff. So it's just funny where it's like they're like at the end of the day they're parents. And this is like,
it's cute,
their favorite holiday. Like, sorry, there's a car.
They're just like us. Also, this is my Roman Empire costume. You know who it is. Harry Styles.
As Stormtrooper.
A Stormtrooper. You know why I think that impacted me? One, because we love Star Wars here. But also because I have a Stormtrooper's keychain, and I had it for so long, and then he dressed up. I mean, that was a couple years ago, but like he dressed up like it, and I was like, we're connected. Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's my Roman Empire. If you tell me about a celebrity with an outfit, that's
him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who would who would you dress up as? Who would you would have dressed? Who?
Let me rephrase that question.
So many words.
So many.
If you would have dressed up this year, who would you have dressed up as? Like if you would have done like yeah.
I know the whole strike was happening, so like a lot of people were being advised not to dress up as Barbie, but I would have dressed up as Barbie.
Okay.
Full
that was another sister one that we thought of, the Barbie.
The two Barbies.
The character, well, like the people that look like the Margaret Robbie and the girl that looks like Margaret Robbie.
And the version of her, because like obviously there's so many Barbie versions of her in that movie. The one I would do is the one where she goes back with like, and she sees that Ken has turned her house into the Dojo Mojo Casa house. And she has the hat, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the one I would have done. Where she's like crying on the floor.
Yeah. I love that. I love that.
Yeah. What about you? I feel like you'd go all out. You know, okay, I'm thinking of one that I feel like you
last year I wanted to do Ray.
Yep, there you go.
Because I had short hair and like to play around with my hair to put it away from my face for work and stuff. I did one where it was a 3 buns, so I did the 3 buns, and I got the idea because this girl did like the Ray's hair, and that's where I did. So I was like, I could dress up like Ray, and I would love to dress up as Ray.
Lightsaber?
Yes.
Dude, that would be
cool. But if I had my red hair like I did last year, I would have dressed up as Wanda.
Oh.
Because I love Wanda.
That would be another one, too.
So I would have dressed up as... But Wanda in WandaVision.
Oh, okay. You wouldn't do like Wanda in
Doctor Strange?
Doctor Strange?
No. I would do the outfit of Wanda in WandaVision. The one where she has her hoodie on when she flies away. Because the Wanda from the multiverse, her suit's different.
Yeah.
But I like...
You like the other
with the little hoodie thing.
That makes sense.
Or the one where she's like dressed for the Halloween part of WandaVision.
Yeah. I feel like another one that I would do would be Carmi from Chefs. But also
from Chefs.
From the bear. Sorry. But the other one too is the cousin. No one dressed up like cousin. I would have dressed up like cousin. That could be a silly one. And then do that scene where they're fighting in the car.
The hot dog?
Yeah. They're fighting.
Who eats a hot dog with a ketchup? What idiot.
No, yeah. And then he's like, kids do. That was funny. Also, they made the Ghostbusters drink in that episode.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Anyways, we're getting off track. But what's an episode of us not going off track? I mean, no, technically we're in it. We're just getting too far ahead of ourselves.
This is
Can you tell we miss you guys?
We do.
Okay. Anyways, continue, Leslie.
Continue. Also, I feel like I would love to be a superhero. Like,
you should be Captain Marvel.
Really?
Because of your blonde hair.
Yeah, I could see that. Also, like
or Sylvie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I would be Wanda or Black Widow. But Black Widow and Captain America, not Civil
War, the other one.
The Winter Soldier.
Yeah. Also, I mean, hey, I could be Yelena too if you wanted to do a sibling one.
True.
A vest with all the pockets. Okay. Now let's get into fashion. Couture. Let's get into the runway, baby.
Yeah.
How have we seen this Halloween trend on there? Right? So the first runway show that comes to mind, right, is one that Jeremy Scott did for Moschino 2020. Suki Waterhouse came out in it. I think there's even like a Vogue, like a day in the life of Suki Waterhouse getting ready for that. And he basically did Halloween costumes, but on the runway for them. So like Suki Waterhouse was Drew Barrymore's character. I think it's in Scream. And so, but every model had like a character, which is really cool because you see like that touch on classic Halloween movies.
Yes.
And then it was done, I think it was done in like Universal Park, like in the middle of like the actual street where like movies were filmed, like Halloween movies were filmed, which is pretty cool because like that was the runway. That one is the first one that comes to mind. I think it's like really cool. Something else that comes to mind, which again, it's not on the runway, but it's like has to do with like fashion and has to do with Harry Styles, which we miss Harry Ween. Yes, we do.
We were all waiting for him to announce it.
Yeah.
Even the day of.
Even the day
someone like, say, "I'll pay you somehow," but
crickets. But the past 2 Harry Weens that he did, he dressed up as Dorothy from Wizards of Waverly Place. Or Wizards of Waverly Place. Wizards of Oz. What am I talking about?
He dressed up as Dorothy from Wizard of Oz, and then he dressed up as Danny Zuko from Greece.
Thank you. Yes. And all of those, obviously, he has a stylist, and so therefore they are couture outfits turned into a Halloween costume. All right, Natalie. Sorry. But I keep thinking somebody's behind me, but it's just a shadow.
It's a shadow. Okay.
Who's that shadow
holding me hostage? I've been here for days.
Name that song.
Who's
this whisper?
Oh, you telling me
that no.
Oh, them. I was gonna say song was wrong. Anyways, so back to the topic because I will sing this whole song for you guys.
Yeah,
but that's not what you signed up for.
Back to the fashion industry, baby.
So why we love it, why we love dressing up, the whole Halloween thing, especially for people that are like fashion designers or are looking for something like that,
a way into the fashion industry.
Especially if you love Halloween and you're the type of person that loves like designing their outfits, like sewing it, doing all of this stuff,
or even styling
it. Yeah,
if you love that styling part of Halloween, you know.
Yeah, like, but you want a career out of it, you know, and fashion designer is one way, but you can also be a costume designer.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, like, you are creating costumes, outfits for these characters, these people, especially like when it comes to like superheroes or like movie adaptations of like books or of this or of that, you know, like you have to really invest into that character to know
so they can embody
it. And it's like think of it Barbie wise. We had to look at like Barbie dolls and all this stuff to get the character right, and it's so many different outfits, and that was a costume designer who designed it, who made them, and it's also things that we love.
Translating that onto the screen, because I feel like a lot of people don't understand how like the colors can change when you're like on camera, right?
Yes.
And like to highlight all that stuff, and so it's like a legit job, a legit career, and it's very interesting because like a lot of them will tell you the process of everything and like the research that went behind these characters, because then ultimately they do become Halloween costumes, right?
And understanding as well, I think like an important thing is understanding like the theme and the time and place that this certain film, this certain show is going to be like set on, because that's very important. So if you have a 70s type of show or movie, but you're dressing like right now, then it's not gonna make sense. So it's like it's a part of that, you know, like costume design, like you have to really like, okay, in the 70s they would wear this, or in the 90s, or like we're going very futuristic, like with all this stuff. So it's like it goes,
is this character,
you get to go like out of your like mind a little bit and like kind of touch a little bit of like what you think. And sorry she dropped her phone. And under like basically setting the vibe for the movie, for the show,
and also I feel like they don't understand too that there's so many characters, like it's not just the main character, like it's also all the background actors too. It's also the extra characters, you know, that are, you know, like supporting characters or whatever, and so obviously they have a team that they work with, but you know, they're the ones that come up with the whole concept, and sometimes they sew the garments and like actually make them, or sometimes they'll go and source them and they'll thrift them, or they'll, you know, shop for them, which is
cool too.
Pretty cool.
And like some of like famous costume designers that we know of is Colleen Atwood. I'm sorry, I'm like really bad.
Do you want me to do it?
I don't want to butcher their names. Okay, so you go take over.
So here are a few. So we have Colleen Atwood, right? She is better known for working with Tim Burton and Johnny Depp. So she did looks for Sweeney Todd, for Sleepy Hollow, for Alice in Wonderland. So she was the basically
head,
the costume designer that came up with all the ideas and concepts, working alongside the actor and the director too. Then we have Jenny Beavan. I think that's how you say it, Jeannie Beavan. And she did Cruella, right? Which we love that movie. Beautiful. It's very punk, which is 10 out of 10. She also did The King's Speech. I think that's also another thing too, that if they're costume designers that range, right? Because like Cruella and then The King's Speech are two very different movies, right? But she also did like Mad Max Fury Road, which is another like different kind of movie. And so like going from action to drama to like, you know, like a retelling story, like that's range right there in and of itself. Yeah. And I think it's also like you see bits of how she designs throughout all of them because she makes it work for them. Yes. If that makes sense. So like each character is different, right? Then we have Edith Head, which she worked closely with Audrey Hepburn. Your favorite movie. I wrote her name in because of you. She did Sabrina with her.
I love that movie.
We know you love it.
I love the Audrey Hepburn version, and I love the Harrison Ford version. My favorite comfort movies.
So yeah, so she worked alongside Audrey Hepburn in that. Also in Roman Holiday and All About Eve. So she's like one of, obviously, like she did costume design way in the beginning. And then we have Milena Canonero. And she's best known for Marie Antoinette, for the Grand Budapest Hotel, for the French Dispatch. So she's worked with like directors like Sofia Coppola and Wes Anderson. Like that's mostly what she's known, which I feel like that's also another, like those directors are very well known for their costumes and for having like a whole theme with it. And so it's kind of nice to see that they work with, you know, costume designers that get it.
Another one I want to say, only because she made history of a Black woman winning 2 Oscars for costume design, is Ruth E. Carter. Yep. We know her for her costume designs of Black Panther 1 and 2, but she also did Babylon, Elvis, Everything and Everywhere All at Once, and she did more. But she, like, I remember when they announced it at the Oscars, I was like, yes. Because my thing is, like, her way of designing, especially for Black Panther, that movie is so beautiful. So it's good. Both the first and the second. But for us in, like, the fashion and artistic side of it, her hand in detail, and from taking, like this is, like, a place that is written in the comics. This is a place that was drawn and everything. And bringing it to life, putting her own taste and spin, and just amazing, like manufacturing, like everything is just so beautiful. So she made history becoming the first Black woman to win 2 Oscars for that,
for her costume design.
For her costume designs, and it's just this thing where it's like you know that she loves what she's doing, because every single movie that she's done, each single one is just amazing.
And I feel like also, like, if you didn't know that there was such a thing as a costume designer, now you do. But they're very much like fashion designers, right? But they're focused on a single project at a time of like a movie or like this, you know? So it's not working for like a house, like a couture house. It's more of like working with a director. And I think that's also another thing too, when how you said, when she gets her Oscar and you know all of like the work that she's done, right? The way that it gets translated onto screen, where it doesn't look costumey and it looks so badass. It's so cool to see that kind of work.
And especially the range between Black Panther and then Wakanda Forever, because Black Panther, we get introduced about, you know, this world of Wakanda and everything, like all that, and you get them outside of their place
in the
to
real
the
world,
real world, and you see the difference. But yet she still like adapts into that world. But
and honoring the culture too.
But in Wakanda Forever, not only do we see more about Wakanda, but we see about the new one, about the new characters that get introduced, which is a totally different type. And this is something of like Aztec, Mayans, like a different culture. And she hit
and I think
with that.
I think it's also like very nice how you're saying how you're. It's like a thing where like she knew how to do it. Like, well, she did the first one and it was 10 out of 10, right? But then I feel like she reinvented herself again in the second one, right? Because how you said it's another culture, it's a blending of cultures. There's a lot of underwater, you know, and like these also like these costumes have to last during the whole filming process. And there's sometimes like out of the same costume you'll have 5 of them, right? Because it could get ruined, or you know, some of them have more makeup and dirt and like whatever, the like if they were fighting or something, or like others are meant to be underwater. And so it's like it's not just one costume, it's like that costume in like 5 different ways like that you could wear it, which how you said that's a lot of work and that's a lot of like range to do it well.
And she like said in like in her acceptance speech, she was like, we are reshaping how culture is represented.
Love.
And that movie itself, the Wakanda Forever, was a beautiful movie where we got from both sides. We got women empowerment, and what better than her to be able to be a part of that, making history because of that
message.
Her art and who she is, and like she's a woman, and she's a woman of color, and she's making history, and she's doing it in a film that is explaining all that was going on during that time. So it was beautifully done, honestly.
I feel like if one thing makes me emotional, it's like people talking about their passion and then like them like actually like succeeding, you know, like that to me, like even that, like you saying that, like I get emotional. And I don't even know her, like, you know, but I'm just like so proud that I'm like, yes. Like you can do it. Like I'm rooting for you, you know.
But if you guys haven't, please watch Wakanda Forever or any of her movies that she's done costume designs, because they are beautiful, especially the ones that we talked about, the list that we said, and like focus looking on the costume, on the design and all this stuff, and like just how beautiful it is that it's like they translate and they like bring to life this film. Like yes or no, do sometimes when we watch these films we get lost into it and we think we're a part of that world. And so like that's when you know it was written, it was filmed, and it was dressed how it should be, where you feel like you're a part of it, like you like dive into it so good because of the costumes,
of the costume
stuff,
design,
you know. But
like, I love that. I love that. No, I love that. And I think, well, like even like how you said, right, like bringing it back to Halloween, right? I feel like then that's also why like after you watch it you get inspired by it and you want to go and be these characters, even if it's for just a day, even if it's just for a party, but like because there's something about this character that like resonated with you, that you're like, okay, like I could embody this character for like a day, you know. It's like Cinderella or something, like for 24 hours, whatever.
And this is like this is different, like but like one person that I remember, especially with us being Latinas, is Salma Hayek, when she plays Ajax in the Eternals. And in when she's on the premiere red carpet, they're like interviewing her, and she was like, basically she was just saying how she was so happy and excited to see little Ajax, or like women that were dressed up like her character. And she was like, as a Latina, like she's like, that is something where it's like
they look up to you.
She's like, and I'm glad that like in such a big cinematic universe, I have the ability to do that for other little girls that look like me, you know. And like I was able to bring that, because it's very much true. She did something for all young women and little girls that are Latinas, that are that look like her, how she said, you know.
And I think like I know a lot of people say whatever they want to say about Marvel, about how it's not real cinema, blah blah blah, right? But if you think about it, like the expanse, or like the wide range of superheroes that we have now, right? Like it's not just some white dude in a cape anymore. Like now you can have it if it's like in like sorry.
There's a car driving really
There's
slowly.
A car driving and I don't want the noise to make it.
It was like driving really slowly, and I was like,
okay,
okay, you can go.
there's like a wide range of characters now where it's not just like a white dude in a cape, right? Like no shade, right? But like now there's stories written where like it resonates with not only men but with women, with people of color, with younger audiences, right? Like I still remember, right? And like I have no part in that movie or anything related to it. I just literally was a spectator and I went to go see it. But I remember when the recent Spider-Man movie came out, right? Like obviously there was a wave of emotions because like everyone came out, like Toby, Andrew, right? And everything was like amazing, right? But I still remember like at the end of that movie, like everyone was walking out and like there was this little girl, Natalie, like a little girl, probably like 4 years old, and she was like dressed up like head to toe in like a Spider-Man outfit, like not Gwen Stacy, like a Spider-Man. Do you know what I'm saying? And I was like, that is so cute. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's like this movie, like or this character resonated with her, and like she was like so excited about it. Like I could literally cry talking about this. But it's just like how you said, like it's cute to see like that, like the audience take that on, and I think that's why it's so special in like Halloween, like because you like you get it for a day, yeah,
and you dress up like depending on what each person dresses up, but I think for little kids, they dress up with something that they love or are currently loving, obsessed with. So if it's a character, if it is an animal, if it's this, and it's like, and then us as adults, we get to be like children again, and we get to dress up like that, and it's like all these costume ideas, everything that goes. Even if you just go to like Target, or if you go to Halloween City just to buy your costume, or like you make it yourself, you buy clothes that go with it. But it's like you take the time and stuff because you love these characters, and in a way, these characters mean so much to you. So it's just so beautiful.
Yeah.
So
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
You know what another costume is that we could do as a sister costume?
Which one?
Princess Peach and Princess Daisy.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Bestie.
Also, another one of my favorite movies is Edward Scissorhands. Don't tell me that's not a Halloween movie, because it is.
It is.
It is.
It's Tim Burton. Yeah. Tim Burton loves
Halloween.
I think he said that. I don't know. Yeah. But anyways, we went on a full rant. We went on a full love and almost appreciation. Leslie teared up like twice, probably. Yeah. But we did our episode where we did it, and yes, we are a couple days late, a week late, but we wanted to still share it, guys. We didn't want to be like, oh, next season. No, I can't. We're doing this season, so maybe next season we'll be dressed up as a character when we're doing the podcast. I don't know if it'll be about Halloween, but it'll be something related to Halloween. But anyways, with that all being said, we will end our episode here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. For those that watch the YouTube version, and if you don't, you should. It is hilarious. My editing skills are getting so good. Go ahead and look at Natalie like a zebra. I zoom in through things, faces, and stuff that I make more than Leslie does. So and then there's pictures too. Yes, pictures, definition, all that stuff. Yeah. I got you, boo. Yeah. I got you, Pookie. What can I say? Anyways, so with that being said, we will see you guys next week. Bye. Bye.